It was exactly 11:47 p.m. when I heard my name whispered from a room I hadn't even stepped into yet. My name is Emily. I've worked the night shift at St. Mary's Regional Hospital in Ohio for 5 years. I've worked night shifts for years, but nothing like this had ever happened before. Graveyard shift, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. After midnight, the whole floor goes dead quiet. Just the low hum of monitors and the soft click of IV pumps. Most nights it feels peaceful, but some nights, something feels wrong. That night started like any other. Only 14 patients on the med-surg floor. I was on my first round, chart in one hand, flashlight in the other. Room 312 was at the very end of the long hallway. An elderly man admitted earlier for chest pain. Chart said Mr. Harlan, 71 years old. Family had left at 9. He was supposed to be sleeping. I stopped outside the closed door, checked the chart one last time, then pushed it open. Before I could take a single step inside or say a word, a low, raspy voice floated out of the dark. "Emily, you're right on time." My stomach dropped like a stone. I froze in the doorway. The room was lit only by the tiny bathroom nightlight. Mr. Harlan lay there with the oxygen mask on, eyes half open, staring straight at me. I had never told him my name. No one on the floor uses first names with new patients this early. I forced a calm voice. "Good evening, Mr. Harlan. I'm Emily, your nurse tonight. How are you feeling?" He didn't blink. His voice came through the mask, calm and clear. "I've been waiting for you, Emily. You always check this room right around 11:50. The wall clock showed exactly 11:50. My skin went cold. I told myself it was a lucky guess. I checked his vitals fast. Blood pressure a little high but stable, pulse steady. Everything normal. I adjusted his IV and left as quickly as I could. As I reached the door, he whispered again, "Don't leave yet, Emily. Stay a little longer. I get so lonely after midnight." I closed the door harder than I needed to. My hands were shaking. I told my coworker Sarah at the nurse's station. She just shrugged. "Maybe the family mentioned your name. Old guys get confused on pain meds." I tried to forget it. Night shift plays tricks on your mind. At 1:15 a.m., I had to go back for the next vitals check. The hallway was completely silent except for my shoes on the linoleum. Room 312's door was already open a crack, even though I had shut it tight. I knocked once. "Come in, Emily," the voice said instantly, before I even touched the door. Inside, his eyes were closed, but his lips moved. "You're a little late. You were supposed to be here at 1:12. My watch read 1:17. I kept my voice steady and finished the check. As I turned to leave, his voice came again, soft but right behind my ear, even though he was still in the bed. "Emily, I know you're scared, but you don't have to be. I've been watching you for a long time." I got out of that room fast. At 2 a.m., I went back for the routine check. Everything looked completely normal. Blood pressure steady, pulse strong, oxygen level perfect. All numbers were fine. Mr. Harlan was lying there quietly. When I stepped close, he slowly turned his head, looked straight at me, and smiled. A slow, knowing smile that didn't reach his eyes. "You're a very good nurse, Emily," he said softly. "You come every night." I smiled back nervously, wrote my notes, and left. But something felt wrong. Really wrong. At 2:30 a.m., the call light for room 312 started blinking. I picked up the phone, only static. Sarah was on break, so I had to go alone. The door was wide open. Mr. Harlan was still in bed, eyes open, staring at the doorway like he had been waiting. I checked him again. Still normal. He smiled that same smile and said, "I'm fine now, Emily. You can go." That's when I noticed the chart. In the margin, in my own handwriting I didn't remember writing, were the words, "She always comes when I call her name." I backed out slowly. At 3:07 a.m., the code blue alarm screamed for room 312. We ran in. Mr. Harlan was flatlining. We worked on him for 20 full minutes. Nothing. The doctor finally called it. Time of death, 2:07 a.m. But I had been in that room at 2:00 a.m. I had checked his vitals. They were normal. He had looked at me and smiled. He had spoken to me. He had been alive and talking to me. 7 minutes after he was already dead. The night log from the shift before mine had an entry in my handwriting at 2:45 a.m., a shift I never worked. It said, "Mr. Harlan asked for Emily by name. Told him I'd send her in." The next night they put a new patient in room 312. I stayed away from that end of the hall, but around 11:45 p.m. as I walked past, the call light for room 312 came on by itself. A faint voice drifted down the empty hallway, calm and patient, like it had all the time in the world. "Emily, it's time for my vitals again." I asked for a transfer to day shift the next morning. They approved it. But even now, on day shift, when the hospital gets quiet and I walk past that wing, I still hear it sometimes. A soft whisper. My name, like he never stopped calling. And I know he's still lying there in room 312, waiting for his nurse.